Yep. I know. There, boy. Who the hell are you? Happy Easter to you. Victor, good to see you. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, 2-4. What's going on, baby? Look at this one this morning. Not a cloud in sight. Look at this sunrise. Victor from the Hammer. Well, we won't hold that against you, baby. Even though we can smell you from here. I'm in Alberta. I can smell you from here. Nice view, yeah. We're looking out across the Canadian prairies right now in Alberta. We're watching the sun come up. Got the Friday off, but I got to go back to work on Monday. They'll fuck you one way or the other, eh, Curtis? It doesn't matter. You're either gonna work the Friday or work the Monday. One way or the other, you're gonna be working, boy. You get p if you work today, though, don't you get to it should be time and a half if you work today. No, I think that's Monday. I think that's Monday. I think so. I think you're right, Curtis. I keep messing with it, but the windshield is pitted. Oh, wow. See if we can get it to refocus. See, look, it's looking at the glass. Like, look how pitted the glass is. Mm. But well, how's that? How's that? Is that better? Oh, that's a lot better. There we go. Ops 20. What's going on? How the hell are you? Morning, Spike. How are you, man? Look at that sun coming up. You show me anything more beautiful than that. I challenge anybody to show me anything more beautiful than that. What's going on, Zach? Oil, oil. Yeah. No oil pump here. Ethan, good morning. The real J Smooth. It's on fire today, baby. Abby Rogers. Stand by, okay? If you see a star shining bright during the sunrise, that's Venus. You sure it's not Uranus? Abby Rogers is, hi, how you doing? Happy Good Friday from Toronto, Canada. A nice sunrise. Sonia, sorry, is it Sonia or Sonia? I could never, unless I hear the name said, I can never tell. I apologize if I screwed that up. Toronto, Canada. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I was born in Toronto. I'm currently living in Alberta, but I'm from Toronto. My family's from Toronto. Don't hold that against me. What is that big yellow thing in the sky? That is a big old thing of beauty is what that is. Oi, ticker acting up on you this morning? What's the matter? You hit it a little too hard last night? Mm. Olivia, good morning. A rub random stuff was in a rubber room. All right. Jakey, where am I? I'm in Alberta, Alberta, Canada. I'm sitting on the outskirts of town where I live. I'm pointing exactly due east, obviously, if we're watching a sunrise. Good morning, Felipe. How are you, sir? Good to see you, man. High five. Did I have a good day? You know what? We're off to a good start, man. We're off to a really good start here. Look at that sun coming up. She's just blasting through the sky. Do I duck hunt? I do not duck hunt. Countryside, I do not. Gia, good morning. How are you? Where am I? I'm in Alberta, Canada. Do I hunt at all? Well, I used to hunt the two-legged deer. Um, but other than that, man, you know what? Funny enough, no, I'm not a hunter. It's one of those things that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to try. I've always, it's been on my list of things to do. I have friends that are avid hunters, family members that are avid hunters. Um, but do I do it? No. I've wanted to, but I don't. It is. I'd imagine it is fun. Like I said, I got family and friends that do it. I would like to do it. I would. It's on my definitely on my list of things that I'm going to do eventually. Oh, we just got the cigar lit. Oh, she's just got the cigar lit, and let's get the coffee opened up here. My apologies, the camera keeps moving. I'm actually holding it at the car window, out the car window by my using my hand. Um, for some reason, the camera, when I put it on the mount, the camera wants to focus in on the windshield, and it won't look at the sun, so why didn't the Mexican go bow hunting? Because he didn't have an arrow. Alright, buddy cat, you fucking got one. Sissy Chachi, I love you. Alright, well, if you say so, I love you too, You like this view? I love this view. We do this every morning, man. Every morning, Sissy Chachi. Come on by here every morning and, take a look, and we'll be looking at the sunrise, and then when the sun gets up, we're gonna turn the camera around, and you poor bastards are gonna have to look at me for a while. Joseph Wells, hi, can you answer me? Did I miss a question, Joseph? If I missed a question, I apologize. Throw it up again, and I'll answer it if I can. All my friends are moving to Alberta, and I won't move without a plan in place, and I'm stubborn. Well, I don't advise Curtis, you know fucking me. You don't do anything without a plan, right? Everybody has to have a plan. Um, Sissy Chashy just subbed. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Good morning, Miss Shannon. I did get your message this morning. Um, I I was a little rushed to get out the door to uh to drop my girl off at work and then get over here before the so I was running a little behind, so I didn't want to miss the sunrise. So I have not had a moment to answer you. But if you go through her Instagram, if you go through Ashley's Instagram, it should pretty much be self-explanatory what she does. Um, Joseph Wells, hi. CTM edits, hello, hello. Until you hear them trumpets. Well, if I hear trumpets, dude, I'm not running anywhere. I'll sit and listen to trumpets all day long. Cat loves cookies. What a beautiful sunrise, isn't it though? Isn't it though? Isn't that gorgeous? Got a couple of airplanes up there, eh? Leaving trails. Right now, CTM, I'm sitting on Mars. We're on one of the Land Rovers. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm actually sitting in Alberta, Canada. We're out west. This would be you would consider the prairies, right? This is what we're looking at here. It is flat. Like I can literally open the door of my car right now and let my dog run away and watch it go for about 3 days, right? So, and we're just watching the sunrise. We got 30 of you in here. We got 11 likes. Do me a favor, would you? Blake Claire, fucking hit that like button. Shannon, baby, hit the like button for me, honey, please. Everybody, just take a little poke at that like button if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. I'm actually going full swing back out Monday. I was running trailers for Jeff yesterday to give her a test run. Everything go good? Everything go good for you, Shannon? I hope so. I hope so. Man, you got your work cut out for you, sweetheart. You really do. Well, you guys really got your work cut out for you. I know, Shannon, you're a runner. I know your work ethic is second to none. But, all I'm just saying, babe, is, you guys really got your work cut out with you with what the market's doing. I don't have to tell you, you know better than as good as any of us what the market's doing right now and how hard it is, and you're watching other people struggle and lose their shirts and lose their minds out here. So, God, I hope you're gonna be okay. I really do. You've got all my thoughts and prayers pushing with you, babe. And it looks like amazing. It looks amazing. Yeah, it does look amazing, doesn't it? Looks amazing. I wish we had something like this in the US. There's lots of places in the US that are like this. You get up, Wyoming, Montana, fucking North Dakota, South Dakota, all that area up there. You get it from where I am right now at its if I drive 3 hours south, I'm in Montana, right? I'm 3 hours south from here, 3.5 hours. Sorry, that's a lie. 3.5 hours south of where I am right now, I can be in Montana. So you can get this view in the US as well. You're not gonna get it in Virginia, sitting in the mountains or, South Carolina or something, but I can't think of a better way to look at to start your morning, you know? Have a good hot coffee and, a good cigar and just sit and watch and check this out. Is Montana very flat? It's not overly there are mountains in Montana, like, but there are areas of Montana that are very much like this, that are very much prairie-like, that are flat and long and flat and extended and well, I'm in Illinois, so the only thing we see here is skyscrapers or long boring cornfields. Okay, CDM's, or CDM, sorry, CTM, and uh you're from Illinois, okay? So do me a favor, and you're gonna take care of a long, standing argument I have with a friend of mine named James Best, okay? And the word Illinois, You hear how I'm saying it? Illinois, but it's spelled Illinois. There's an S on the end of it. He says Illinois. He pronounces the S. I live in Illinois. No, dummy, you live in Illinois. He goes, no, I live in Illinois. He goes, I know where I live. I should know how to say it. So is it with an S or with it out an S? Is it Illinois or Illinois? Flatbush Zombies. Hi, how you doing? Flatbed trucker. Good evening. I'm back. Did you ever leave? Yeah, it's without an S. Thank you. And you're from Illinois, right? Uh-oh, now we got the Blue Baron piping in. It's Illinois. It's not Illinois. There's no fucking S on the end of that. I I have to now. Okay, cat loves cookies. Have a wonderful day. Well, you know what? You too. Thank you for popping in here. I do appreciate it. The S is silent. Thank you, Flatbed. Thank you. No Fs at all. All right. I knew it. I got this. I got it. There's another YouTuber named James Best, and I argue with him about it. And there's another YouTuber. His name is Ronan Gilcroft. He has a channel called ET Transport, and I argue with him all the time about it as well. Okay, there you go. Who in the world pronounces it with the S? Yes, I live in Illinois. I was born in Chicago and moved down south. There you go. But I still live in Illinois. Alden, how you doing, man? I lived here for 13 years, my whole life. Haha. Rise of Conquerors, nice sunset. You know what? The sun's coming up. The sun is coming up. Rise of Conquerors, we're looking at a sunrise here, baby. This is a sunrise. This is a beautiful Western Prairie Canadian, Alberta Canadian, Alberta, Canada fucking sunrise. Starting second cup of Joe. Oh, look at Shannon. She's off to a tear. Well, I got you beat for today. I got 2 coffees. Actually, I did it yesterday too, and if you don't believe me, ask, like, Flatbed's here. He'll attest to you. I had 2 extra large fucking coffees in here yesterday, and I drank them both. Oh my god, I had to get out of the car and go pee. That's how bad it was. You didn't get stopped till 2 o'clock. Jesus, son, what are you doing? That's work. That's work, man. What are you what are you doing? Nobody works that hard. What are you, crazy? Keep your head a shake, son. Ah, the penny's in the shop getting the annual. Atta girl. Hopefully everything come in. I snuck into those ice creams just like Snorlords. To be honest, you should try Arab coffee. It's strong, really strong, and very bitter. Nah, you know what? I'm not into very strong. Where is this? Is this Kentucky? No. Rex Lexus, believe it or not, you're looking at you're up in Canada right now. That's where you're at right now. You're up in Canada. You're up in Alberta, Canada. Sick is tiptoeing behind you today. I'd be careful having sick anywhere around you today. Mm. Am I in Quebec? No, yeah. No, I'm not in Quebec. I'm out in Alberta. I'm at the western end of the country. There's only one province farther west than me, and that's British Columbia. Rex Lexus, I subscribed and liked. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So, yes, I am Canadian. Creeper Mineral, official Y2. Well, there's a hell of a channel name. There you go. We know it's Canada, bro, the Blue Baron. Wait, someone bring me a large coffee black, please. Thank you. Dude, if could get to you, I'd bring you a coffee, no problem. Riced out Honda Civic. What, I'm driving? No, are you out of your mind? Riced out Honda Civic. This is my girlfriend's car. This is a Kia Soul, and it's not riced out anything. British Columbia is the best province. Well, I'll give British Columbia uh, props for it's a beautiful province. It is. It really is a beautiful province. You got the mountains going over the mountains. You've got the ocean. You got a lot of beauty up there. But would it be the best province to live in? Not if you want to fucking be able to afford to eat. If you want to be able to afford a ham and cheese sandwich, I don't suspect. British Columbia, I think, is the second most expensive province to live in, next to Ontario. Canada and England should join forces. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You're going to give the English back Canada? Are you out of your mind? We'd have to listen to them sing songs, get drunk, and tote about it for the next 25 fucking years. No, we're not banging back up with the Brits. You need a Toyota Supra with an aftermarket turbo and a manual transmission. No, 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 thank you. No, I'm good with, I'm good with an SRT or a Hellcat. You're not gonna see me in a Toyota Supra. Besides, flatbed, I don't know if I could. I've never tried to get in one. I'm 6'2" and a bit, so I don't know if I'd even fit in a fucking Supra. Would I? I think you're as tall as I am, are you not? I'm 6'2", about 230 pounds. Am I gonna fit in a fucking Supra? Oh, Tyrannus is bringing out the fighting words now. He's bringing out the fighting words. We're gonna rename Canadian bacon as American bacon. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Pally. You go get your own fucking bacon. Go get your own bacon and go get your own goddamn maple syrup too. Don't be stealing the Canadian maple syrup or stealing the Canadian bacon. I want to take a road trip there someday from Ontario. So beautiful. It is a beautiful drive. I just made the drive about 2 weeks ago out here. Where are we at? We're out in Alberta, Canada. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. It's a beautiful morning. I just coming on out here. I want to share it with all of you. You would fit in it. I had a friend that was just as tall as you, and he had one. All right. It doesn't mean I'm getting one or I'd get in it, but I'm just curious if I would or not. Especially third world countries like Morocco, Lebanon, Syria, Afghanistan, Palestine, Greece. The more they're expensive to live in and just make a living. Is Canadian bacon ham? No. Canadian bacon is bacon. Yeah, there you go, Curtis. Curtis got to it before I did. Atta boy, Curdy. There's my son right there. Didn't even hold back, all caps. You better watch it, Tyrannus. Curtis is coming for you next. It's fucking beautiful. Dude. Canadian people are cool. Yeah, they're all right. Don't believe me. We got our assholes up here too. Good morning, Sick. Damn good to see you, Eric. You doing all right today, man? I see you guys are probably kicking your morning coffee off shortly. Probably. I think just got a notification. I think next half hour or 25 minutes or so. Watch, give sick bastard a look over. Him and Moto and the boys do a morning cough every morning. So I love Canadians. Well, you know what? I do too. I love the country and I love the people, but I don't love the government. Bro, what are you doing in the middle of nothing? Also, it looks like the good sunshine. Well, match bomber, that's what we're doing out in the middle of nothing. We're sitting here watching the sunrise, man. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Sitting here looking at a sunrise. You think of something else you can do? You got any, hey, batshit crazy's back. Chief, what's going on, son? How are you? If you can think of anything better right now than you could be doing, besides getting into a real nice piece of ass, um, you know, you name it off. But I'm smoking a cigar and I'm drinking a coffee and I'm watching the sunrise and I'm sitting here watching Curtis come unglued. Somebody triggered Curtis this morning. Who fucking triggered him? Tyrannus, that had to be you. One of you fuckers. Uh, House prices are unbelievable in Canada. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. You are absolutely right. The Blue Baron, you are absolutely right. I think the most reasonable house prices right now are still out in the western provinces, Saskatchewan, maybe Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta. But once you get to Ontario, BC, Quebec, are you out of your mind? You can't afford jack. You really can't afford jack. You can't afford a house. And the sad thing is my kids, right? My kids are all, my oldest kid is 33, my youngest kid is 23, and none of them are going to be buying a house anytime soon. Right? It's going to take them 30 years just to save up for the down payment for crying out loud. Today's agenda. All right, everybody pay attention. Shannon Thomas is dropping her agenda. Today's agenda is getting my DOT physical renewed, picking up the truck from the shop, and then finish packing the truck for the apocalypse I'm about to attack. Atta girl. Atta girl. That's, you know what? Head down, keep moving forward. Head down, keep moving forward. Take your shot, Shannon, but keep moving forward. You know, Blue Baron, I got a couple of friends over in England. They'll probably pop in here at some point or another. One of them's actually a moderator, and yeah, we talk about the housing prices. England is expensive. England is very expensive for your food, your cost of food, and shit like that, and your goods. But your housing is cheaper than ours. So to buy a house in England is cheaper than buy a house here. But to actually live there, like your cost of your goods, your dry goods, your food and shit like that, you guys are a little bit more than us. I'd rather have 1,000 paper cuts on my balls. Okay. Okay. Anybody here getting the sense that Curtis doesn't like it in Quebec? Oh, fuck, that's funny. That's what shekel is? What, nerd? I don't know. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I don't know. My mom's friend lives there. Don't get me wrong, Canada's a fantastic place to live. It's a fantastic place to live. It's a beautiful country. It really is. It's got everything. We got oceans on each shore, right, east to west. We have more freshwater lakes than any other country in the world. We have the most. We have the largest freshwater beach in the world. It's Wasaga Beach. We've got like mountains, right? We've got prairies. We got everything. It really is a beautiful, and there's only 45 million of us that live in it. Second largest country, square mile wise. And we there's only 45 million of us living in it. I slipped climbing a frozen hill that migratory Canadian geese roasted on the night before. I slid all the way to the bottom of the cliff. I never got over it. You got traumatized by by a couple of Canadian geese, and you've never been the same, eh? You've never been able to recover. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something about Canadian geese, Tyrannus. They are ferocious. Okay, they are worse than seagulls. They are little shit machines. That all they do is shit, right? And they shit a lot, and I mean a lot. And but they are absolutely ferocious. If they are on the ground and you are anywhere near them, and if they have any younglings around, they will attack somebody my size, like a guy my size, and they will come at me and they will. Now, their bites don't necessarily hurt. I've taken nips from Canadian geese from fucking with them over the years. Um, Geese don't hurt. Right? There's just a little nip. It's a little less than a bee sting. It doesn't really hurt worth a jack. What the ones that hurt is when you get nipped by a swan, right? A swan. I don't know if you've ever been standing next to a swan, but a full size male or female swan, that thing there will stand almost up to its head is up to your head, and when when it bites you, holy Christ, man, you think you're bit by a little raptor, and they shit. So be grateful you only got the geese. You didn't get the swans. UK is a little island, and we have like 70 million people. I know. I think you got more than that. I think you got like 80 million, don't you? Quebec should separate when they go bankrupt because they don't have a good economy. We should march into Quebec and make it English. Nah, I think France would save them. Batshit gets -40 though, no deal. New Mexico, underrated, thankfully. What's wrong with -40? I like how Egypt has more population than like 35% of the world or more. I don't know. Canadian cobra, chickens equal geese. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, Dee Dee loves to steal their eggs when she finds them. She is lucky they haven't caught her. She's a daredevil, I swear. She'll be lucky because if they get her, they'll corner her. Two or more of them will corner Dee Dee, and now she'll walk out with a nip, and she'll be all right. It won't hurt her, right? It's not like she's gonna have to require veterinary attention, but it'll be enough to scare the shit out of her, head to toe, covered in the soupiest shit you've ever seen. Yeah, you're welcome, Tyrannus. That's our Canadian contribution to America. Fucking, you can have our goose shit. Thank God my country doesn't have any of them. Dee Dee loves to eat their poops for some reason. So do my dogs. All my dogs do. It's very rich in something. I think it's oils. There's an oil that's in the goose shit. Same with swans, ducks, all that kind of like all my dogs. We take them down anywhere, and the first thing they're going for is the goose shit. Harrison Jim, good morning. How the hell are you, man? Good to see you. We get swans here. They go crazy if you get near their young, which is understandable. Oh yeah, they're nuts. Believe it or not, the closest thing to a living dinosaur is the chicken. I don't doubt that. Mm. Guys, my brother is watching Coco Melon. He's 15. I don't have a clue what the hell that means. Coco Melon. Don't have a clue what Coco Melon is. Hard to running diesel at -40, jet fuel too, kerosene. Well, at -4, you can run diesel at -40. You just got to treat it, right? You got to treat it. Like I run the ice roads up here, uh, and we get into -40, -50 sometimes. And if you treat the fuel, you're okay. Coco Melon is mesmerizing. Shannon, what is it? Oh, I don't have a goddamn clue what it is. Is it a good thing that I don't know what cocoa melon is? All right. I don't have a damn clue. -50 is crazy cold. You know what? Once you get past -25 and beyond, it's really not much different. All it means is the difference between -25 and -50 is, yeah, okay, it's another 25 degrees lower. All it really equates to is that something's gonna freeze that much faster. So at -25, your skin's gonna freeze in fucking 5 minutes, or say in 10 minutes. At -50, your skin's gonna freeze in 5 minutes. Either way, your skin's freezing. It's just how much faster your skin freezes. Oh, Coco Melon is a kid's cartoon show. Okay, I'm glad I don't know about that YouTube channel, and it's on Netflix. All right. Coco Melon gives children increased risk of ADHD. Like, I don't need that. My girlfriend's heart is colder, buddy. Let me tell you something. Sock TV, we've all been there, baby. We've all been there. We just get loads of rain. That's why we drink so much. Well, that explains a lot about the Brits, doesn't it? Right? You eat weird food, and then give it really goofy names, bangers and mash, toad in the hole, shit like that. And then you drink a lot of fucking beer. It explains a lot about you guys. You know what it is? It's the weather, right? It's your weather. You guys don't barely see the sun. Like, look at this sunrise. Would you see this in England? You might see it one day of the year. One day of the year, you might get a sunrise like this. Other than that, baby, you're not getting a sunrise looking like this. It's overcast, cloudy, and you got horrible, weird food, and you drink beer, and with good reason because you don't get sunrises like this. It's repetitive. Okay, haven't experienced tree exploding from cold bucket list. Oh, trees exploding from the cold. I've never seen a tree explode from cold. New York City, baby. Love New York City. Love New York City. I'd like to take my girl there and take her there for say 4 or 5 days and do the walk around. And I've been to New York City. I truck, so I've trucked through New York City. I got no problem with that. But I'd like to go down there and do like a 4 or 5 days of get a couple of hotels and just do the city and hang out and do the food. And went on Facebook for the first time in 3.5 years to buy a pressure washer off Marketplace. Fuck the streak and beacon. Dude, I got one. I got one. In my old place, I even thought about what I was gonna do in my old place. I can't do it here because I don't have a garage, but at my old place, what I was gonna do is I bought a new hot water tank for the house. I was gonna take the old one out because it was electric, and I was gonna take the old one out, put it in the garage, right? Run the water to it, run a garden hose to it, turn the thing on when I wanted hot water, and then I could hook up my pressure washer to it, and then I had hot water to wash my truck. I never got the chance to do it, but it is a good idea. If you've got a chance, you can do it. Oh yeah, we do. Some of the countryside in England is stunning. You know what? I'm fucking with you, Blue Baron. Don't get me wrong. I'm throwing insults like this, but trust me, I'm just yanking your chain. Um, there's a guy. He comes in. His is Robert. Is this Tyke trucking, and he's a British truck driver, and he throws his GoPro on. I've seen the English countryside. It is beautiful. You are correct, sir. Robert has done videos, and he does driving videos through England and shit like that. And it is very impressive. I apologize. My hand is what the fuck's going on here? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So I do know what you're talking about. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm just messing with you. but at below 40, it do happen. Shit's popping. I've never seen a tree pop. I've never seen anything. USA, Vernon says USA is the best in the world. You know what, Vernon? That is good for you to say that. I'm assuming, Vernon, that you are an American, and I'm proud and I'm happy that you're an American, and I'm happy that you're very proud of your country. You stand by your country, you love your country. That says a lot about you, Vernon. I am Canadian, and I love my country, and I stand by my country, and I think my country is the best in the world. And I have the right to that opinion, and you have the right to yours. You know? Mm. Closest you've been to Canada is Maine. That's well, you were one state away. All you had to do was go to the north of Maine, and you'd have been in New Brunswick, dude. Canada is poor. Well, it all depends on your definition of poor, dude. If it took a nickel to get around the world, the United States right now couldn't get out of sight. You guys are so broke. So, if you're talking about monetary, Canada being poor, we're no worse off than the United States. Super Great Dollar, good to see you, brother. Damn good to see you, man. How are you? Don't sleep on Ireland. Okay. Coldest I've been is -16 for 2 weeks in a polar vortex in Chicago about a decade ago. -16? Dude, are you crazy? -16, we're just putting our jackets on. Mm. Gora, says he's Canadian, he's from Ontario. Gora, I was born in Ontario, raised in Ontario, but I now live in Alberta. Mm. Sorry, I don't mean to moan and groan in your ears, but I've got a really good cigar going. Uh, oh, damn it. We got a really good burn going on this one this morning too. Canada is inferior. Oh, well. Well, not in the mood for an argument this morning, Vernon, and I really don't want to embarrass you. So why don't we just agree to disagree? You say your country is great. I say my country is great, and we just walk away going, okay, our countries are great. You don't want to get into a pissing match with me today. You really don't, Vernon. Don't do it. I'll go toe to toe with anybody. And you know what, Vernon? I hate to say it, but I have not had a really good meltdown in a while, and I really don't want to have one today. Listen to me. Do I sound like I'm overly excited today? I am so fucking relaxed right now. I got the sun up, the fucking stogie burning. I got good coffee going. Uh, well, Vernon, I'm glad you think that. I'm glad you think that. Like I said, I'm very glad that you think your country is the greatest in the world, and you're proud of your country. That says a lot about you. Carl says it's a beautiful day. It is. Look at this. This day is starting out absolutely gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Canada is a top tier country, 100%. Yeah, fuck, I think so. Mount Washington is a poorly understood phenomenon. Funny enough, you know what, batshit crazy? I've never been there. Vernon has enlisted in the first wave to invade Canada. Well, come on, Vernon, bring it on. Bring it on. The first thing we're gonna throw back at you when the United States, invades Canada, the first thing we're gonna throw back at you is, strippers and poutine, and if that doesn't stop the halt right there on the spot, then we're gonna probably we're gonna drown you in maple syrup. And then every 60 miles along the highway, right? Because it's the only way you guys can move your mechanized divisions back east to west across Canada is along the highway. So every 60 miles, we're going to set up stands and we're going to have nothing but great big barbecues there cooking Canadian bacon for you. You guys don't have a chance. You really don't have a chance. We'll stop you in your tracks before you make it 500 miles. We're gonna slather you in maple syrup and bacon and throw strippers and poutine at you. You're done. Game over. You guys won't know what to do with that shit. Mm. Miller's Diary. Hi there. Sorry to bother for bothering. You're not bothering me. I'm a new vlogger and I make day in my life. There you go. I missed the East Coast sunrise, missed the wheel burner sunrise, so I'll go back to sleep and try again tomorrow. Okay, that's what you're doing. Ah, advocate for truth and liberty. You know what? I've seen a Tennessee sunrise, Kentucky sunrise. I love that whole part of that whole part of the country down there, the United States. I truly do. Um, I'm a truck driver. I'm an owner operator. I've trucked all my life. This is all I know how to do. And I've seen sunrises and sunsets at just about at both ends of the country, yours and mine, Canada and the United States. I've seen some of the most beautiful things in the world. It's one of the great things I can say about the job and my career. I have seen some of the most beautiful things in the world, right? Between our two countries from trucking all over it. Um, and sunrises and sunsets are some of those things that I've seen. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to do my boxing workout. Yes, I have been doing boxing, but I will be listening. Man, you should be doing a video. Oh, damn, stripper syrup and having bacon thrown at me sounds fun. When's it happening? Well, as soon as Trump invades, holler. That's how we're gonna stop the American invasion, right? That's how we plan to stop the American invasion. We're gonna stop you fuckers right in your tracks. You're gonna cross the border, you're gonna make it no more than 500 miles because 'cause we're gonna throw French strippers at you with poutine. And then when we're done with that and you start up back up again, we're gonna set up bacon stands every 100 miles, every 60 miles along the highway. We're gonna set up bacon stands of fresh Canadian bacon and just feed you. That's all we're gonna do. You guys won't be able to move. We're gonna have you so full of bacon, and then we're gonna drown you in maple syrup. The East Coast, it's like 9 a.m. Depends where on the East Coast you are. John, I see Tennessee sunrise every morning. The sunsets are better. You know, John, I like sunsets too. Don't get me wrong, I do. But when I watch for some reason, I don't know what it is. When I think of a sunset, like when I watch a really nice sunset, I like to watch it from like, excuse me, from like sitting on a pier, like on a dock. Right? And you got the quiet, and you got the ripple of the water, and you got, like, the little loon sound in the background, and maybe a couple of frogs or whatever, and then you watch the sun go down. I love a good sunset while sitting on a dock with a coffee or a cold drink, you know? Truth and Liberty, I ten like I said, that whole area of the country down there, I love it. Trucked through it. Fuck, I don't know how many thousands and thousands of miles I've driven through there and how many times I've been through there. That is one of my favorite places to actually truck and drive. North Spams, where am I? I'm in Alberta. I'm up in Canada. I'm American. I guess I have to go. No, dude, man, you are more than welcome here. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you do. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care. Come on in, sit down, relax, take a load off. Let's watch the sunrise. Let's have a smoke. Let's have a coffee. If it's past noon, grab yourself a cold beer. Whatever. There you go. Look at that. We got a goose coming in for landing. That was an unscheduled landing, though. I won't. It won't invade if there's going to be harm, but you will invade for food. We got some good food up here, man. I'm telling you, got some damn good food. He cares if you're from Quebec. I should put a warning. So I should put a small print at the bottom, or have a banner running across. Curtis, what do you think? I have one of the banners running across. All welcome except Quebec. Floppington says hi. How you doing? Gina says hi. Gargana. Fuck Quebecistan. Great idea. I'm going to make some coffee. Mackenzie, go get it, India. Go get it, India. Nothing better than good coffee first thing in the morning. As a survivalist, what do you do if you see a goose flying south in the summer? That's a damn good question. You better start wondering what's going on if the geese are flying south in the summer. We had a warm streak hit up here. Um, a coffee in a bowl. Attaboy, John. You go get some of that. We had a warm streak up here. We had a 2-week warm streak, and I don't know what happened, but all the birds came back early, and we actually had a little bit of a problem because then the frost hit, and it went back down well below 0 again for about 3 or 4 days, and they were having problems with the fucking birds. Dummies didn't know enough. They came home too early. Mm. There's one of my favorite people in YouTube. There's TJ. Good to see you, man, Bull. Damn good to see you, Bull. Larica, did I say that right? Larica? Hello, how are you doing? Man, Larica, I'm living the dream right now. You see that sunrise right there? It don't get no fucking better than that right now. Look at that. Don't get no better than that sunrise. Is Canada Subaru country? Well, don't you know what? It is. Batshit crazy, it is. We are big on the well, I'm myself personally, I'm not, but we sell it. We got them up here, and they drive them, and they're big on it. North Spams, where is Canada? Good Lord, man. How are you living the dream? Please, I want to finish grade 12. Pray for me. Well, finish grade 12 and you might have a chance at the dream. It would be better minus the contrail. You know what? That's, believe it or not, okay, that's not a contrail. I'm looking at it like I'm looking in the camera, and the camera looks like a contrail, but it's actually not. It's a long, thin streak of cloud. Um, but yeah, it's not a contrail. Louis, how old am I? I'm 55. You got sprayed, man. No geoengineering. No, there was no contrail there. Wade W. Wilson. I'm here in Canada. Where are you, Wade? You don't have to give us the town you're living in, but where you living? What province you in? Tell us how it'd like to be you. You don't want to be me. Be yourself. You know what? Be yourself. If you're going through life trying to be somebody else or trying to be other people or trying to do something that you're not supposed to, don't bother. Be yourself. You're in Ontario. Attaboy. I am an Ontario boy. I was born and raised in Ontario. I think all of us just looked at the phone and went, "What the fuck?" No. I think we're busy praying for the man who said, "Where is Canada?" Yeah. If you don't know where Canada is, okay, Canada is the second largest country in the world, square mile wise. There's only one country bigger than Canada, and that's Russia, square mile wise, land wise. If you don't know where Canada is, that's a good way to put it. Canada is the hat of the USA. So what is Mexico? The diaper? what's what's Mexico, Wade? The diaper? uh, Jim, man, damn good to see you, Jim. When I okay, here, putty cat's on a roll. Been putting out some jokes, and I haven't been reading them, but hopefully you guys have. But okay, we're gonna do one. Putty cat, you get one free one here. When I donate blood, I do not extract it myself. A nurse does it for me. Receptionist, yes, but this is a sperm bank, and it doesn't work that way. Yeah, do you think if you cut off all the snow places in Russia, do you think Canada would be bigger? Um, Fucked if I know. I think if you just go by land, I think Russia's still bigger. Sangio 7, bonjour, bonjour. Canada is the fudge pusher of the US. Hey, don't give up on your dream. Never give up on your dream. Ever give up on your dream. But make sure your dream's fucking realistic though, eh, folks? Set goals. Set the bar and set it high. Don't be a dick. Don't cheap out on yourself. Don't cut yourself short. If you're gonna set a bar, set it high and then go get it. Ugh. Alright. That's some damn good advice, John. Don't be afraid to fail. You know, there should be anything you do, there should be an expectation of failure. At some level, at some time, you're going to probably fail. Nobody gets it right every single time. You know, nobody. I don't care who you are, how smart you are, how much money you got. Nobody gets it right every single fucking time. So there is an expect. But when you fail, when you fail, don't let it keep you down. Get the fuck back up, wipe yourself off, and keep going. Tyrannus is still waiting for me to speak Rezo. I tell you what, Tyrannus, I'm going to be going out in the res next week. I'll take the camera with me. I'll go out. Okay, and I'll go live while I'm out there. Okay. Ocean American Bully. That's a hell of a name. That's a hell of a name. Good name on that one. I'm Fend. Okay. For humans make mistakes. For mistakes is only to be learned from, to be achieved on, to prosper and accomplish. Very right. I'm always right. You thought you made a mistake once, but you were wrong, right? Well, pilots try very hard to get it right. Well, yeah, that's there's an exception to every rule. I got it right, choosing to stay here. You're amazing. Well, Mackenzie, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate that. Really do, man. If I fail, does it bring me down? This video really gets me back up. You know what? No, failing, there's nothing wrong with failing. Here's the problem with not problem. Here's the problem with human nature. Okay. When people fail, they don't learn from it. And then they go on and make the same mistake again. Right? If you're gonna make a mistake, you're gonna make a mistake. Make your mistakes. God knows I've made a lot of fucking mistakes in my life. But I kind of pride myself on not making the same mistakes over and over again. Right? When I make a mistake, I try my very best to learn from it. What did I learn? What was the outcome? Why did it go like this? Figure out what it is and don't do it again. Right? That's the trick to failure. It's okay to fail. How you regroup and what you do with it is the trick. And that's what gets you through life. Good things just happen. Bad things are always somebody else's fault. You guys don't listen to fucking Tyrannus, okay? Just don't listen. Don't listen to fucking Tyrannus. If I said right now that's a beautiful blue sky out there, somehow or another he'd come up with fucking something to fuck it up. Is this where Walter White cooked? Yeah, this is exactly where Walter White cooked. How do you doing, tow cars? Good to see you. This looks like where Walter White and Jesse did stuff. Well, it's not today. Into a big cell into a big cellophane, yeah. Mm. Good morning, Camille. Damn good to see you, son. Damn good to see you. Thanks for coming in here. I know you've been a little busy this morning. Tyrannus says he has learned absolutely nothing. Tyrannus lives by the way of insanity, right? And what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Tyrannus lives by that. He's actually sitting there right now. Right now, he's sitting there thinking, I just did this and it didn't work. I'm going to try it again tomorrow and see if it works any better. That's what Tyrannus is doing. Yusuf needs an iPhone. Anybody got an iPhone for Yusuf they can throw at him? It's actually not blue. Uh-oh. We're gonna get into John's gonna tell us why it's not blue. So there you go. Saphir, there you go. Without the low, you'll never know the high. I love it. I love it. 1983, I fucking love it. Beautiful. Thank you. That's been my entire career, has it? Yeah. You don't want John says you don't want an iPhone. I got an iPhone 11 you can have. I've got a 13 somebody can have. I got an iPhone 13 sitting at home on my sitting at home on my dresser nobody's using. Mm. The iPhone 13 I've got, everything works on it, but the silly bastards, Apple, the silly bastards, they made the back of the phone out of glass. So it's got some cracks on the back of it. The phone works, right? The phone works. There's nothing wrong with it. It's in an OtterBox, like it's in a protective case. Um, but yeah, it's got a couple of cracks in it. So I'm gonna be putting it out. I'm gonna be putting it up on Kijiji. I'm gonna probably sell it for like 200 bucks. There's nothing wrong with the phone though. The phone works fine. Everything on it works fine. All the blah 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 blah. Can I have it, travel guy? Sure, for 200 bucks. Man on the Moon says Apple sucks. You know what? I don't know enough to. We had this. I was told we were talking about this briefly yesterday, right? about Apple and Samsung and Android and shit like that. I just don't know. Well, I've uh I've had an iPhone since the iPhone 1. So it's all I know. I've had all and so that's how many years is that? I don't know how many fucking years that is. So I don't know what that is. And then I had when I got right now I've got the 16 Pro Plus, right? And I had to make a choice whether to go with the 16 Pro Plus or to switch over to Samsung. Because my girlfriend, she's with Samsung. She's got this note tablet phone thing. This is so cool, right? Um, and I had to choose. And you know what? I stuck with Apple only because it's what I know. Yeah, I know the operating system. I know how the Apple phones, iPhones work for the most part. I'm familiar with it. I don't have to learn anything new. And that's not to say that I'm afraid of learning new stuff. I'm not. But when it comes to technology, I'm probably like Tyrannus. Okay, I'm just not doing it. You know, if if I can get my hands on a phone, I'm gonna fuck it up, and then I gotta phone one of my kids and say, "Hey, this is what Dad did. Can you fix this for me?" I said your name right, Saphir. Oh, oh, good. Because you know what? I'm absolutely horrible with names sometimes. I really am. I do my best. I really do, but sometimes I butcher names up. Apple spies your search history. Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you, man. There's fucking nothing that there's nothing on any of our phones that we can hide, right? Saphir, if you want to hide something, don't put it on your phone. Honestly. Mm. Oh yeah. I'm 38 and my 14-year-old son fixes mine. Well, Man on the Moon 87, I'm 55 and my 30-year-old kid or my 25 and 30-year-old kids all fix mine. Because when it comes to this kind of shit, I am absolutely fucking retarded. I really am. Yes. So, where in Canada? Our Uncle V, I am in Alberta, sitting right in the town where I live. It's not a city, it's a town. Um, I am at the most eastern end of town and looking out the window right now. We were watching the sun come up, but I am pointing due east right now. But from where I am, literally the next major metropolitan area would be Regina, would be Saskatchewan. So Uncle B says Nova Scotia here. Well, 2-4 is from Nova Scotia. There you go. We got two Nova Scotians in here. J Man Curly, yo, Man on the Moon saying, yo, I'm new here. Cat Food VR. Well, if you smoke, light them. If you drink, drink it. If it's afternoon where you are, get a cold drink, throw some ice cubes in a glass and get it going. Are you joining the US? Is Canada joining the USA? No. Tulsa, Oklahoma City, 918, bro. YouTube, good. Lucky. Thanks, man. I live in the potato state. Idaho. You live in Idaho? Ohio here. Very nice. Uncle V originally from Ontario. Yeah, so am I. Notice that people originally from there's lots of originally froms. Very few stay, right? Very few stay. What music do you like? Rhythmics? I like a wide variety of music. I'm primarily I like I guess like my go-to to get myself jacked up and going. I like good metal or good hard rock. You know, Metallica, Slayer, Crew, AC/DC. all that kind of late 80s, 90s heavy metal. But then if I'm not listening to that, um, I am completely at the other end of the spectrum, and I'm listening to blues. I'm listening to Robert Johnson, Robert Cray, Buddy Guy, T-Bone Walker, Sonny Boy, all of the great blues, and even the new guys, even the new like Joe Bonamassa. Love Joe Bonamassa. Are you drinking coffee? Well, it's a little too early for me to be drinking whiskey, don't you think? But you guys know the deal, right? Oh, hold on. I think we're overheating. You guys know the deal. Well, maybe some of you do. Some of you don't. I got two cigars and I got two coffees. And the live goes for two coffees and two cigars. So when we're done, we're done. Mm. Oh, uh-oh, we got two East Coasters talking to themselves. I can get sick and dirty now with how fucking shit and dirty. Well, these people can say with the entertainment industry, people watching what I'm doing. I'm an outfit for MMIW. Don't have a clue what you're saying. Oh, who said that? Blues is dumpster music. Oh, how dare you? Oh my God! What's the matter? Are you not cultured? Think about this. Think about this. There is no country music, there is no rock music, there is no music of any sort without the blues. The blues, every type of music that you can listen to today, at some point or another will go back to the roots will originally go back to eventually, sorry, go back to the blues. Mm. Isabella, how are you? Good to see you. Must be rich with all those cigars and coffee. No, I'm close to the Halifax airport. Yeah, well, we won't hold that against you. I've never too early to start drinking. Me, it's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock somewhere. There you go, Saphir. Get it into you. Oh. Blaine, you're still waiting for a three cigar life. Well, you had one technically yesterday because I started one with about that much, and then I had two more, and I smoked both of those. So you got two and a half yesterday. Yesterday, you guys squeaked a 5 hour, just over a 5 hour live out of me. Man, my brain was fucking pudding by the time I was done, right? By the time I was finished and got my brain was just mush. Who the fuck talks for 5 hours? Even my girl's like, she watches now and then, and she'll tune in now and then, and she's like, "What are you doing?" Right? But I told her yesterday, I said, "Okay, Phil," I reminded her this morning, I think, that, if this thing gets going and like we're up to the 3.5 4 hour mark, she's gonna pipe in. She'll pipe in and it'll be like, all right, buddy, wrap it up. Like enough. Like this shit. And I'll be honest with you, I am tired. I'm tired. I didn't sleep worth a shit last night. But Blaine will work on at least one 3 hour cigar or one three cigar live for you. Mm. Jeebus, I for some reason I've got a whole bunch of these Alec Bradleys. And that's what I'm smoking right now. I've got a whole mitt full of them, and they're really, really good, and I'm really, really, really enjoying them. So, it's just a nice little Alec Bradley. Yeah, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button. Appreciate that. If you don't mind, just give it a little stroke, poke it, lick it, tip it. I don't care what you do. Bang it, throw it against the wall, but hit the like button. Forward to cast judges, taking God's job. That is what anybody will be judged for on Judgment Day. Okay. What kind of cigar? Man on the Moon. It's an Alec Bradley. Smoke lots of cigars in my 14 trips to Cuba. I haven't smoked one since I quit cigarettes. Uncle V. It's funny because I started smoking cigarettes. I was probably about 14 or 15, right? By the time I was about 15 and a bit, I was a full time smoker. And then by my early 20s, I started smoking cigars. And then about 15 or 16 years ago, I quit smoking cigarettes, but I never quit smoking cigars. I've always smoked cigars. So, and Uncle V, I've been to Cuba. I think I've been well, I've been to Cuba a few times. And you want to know something? Uncle V, I don't know if you've been down there 14 trips, then you know what I'm talking about here. You can go and take, for example, say you take a trip up into the mountains, like you take one of the tours or whatever. You get those little old men, in the cart at the side of the road, and he's sitting there rolling a fucking cigar, right? And it is excellent. The cigar is excellent. It's like a fucking, it's like a roads, it's like getting street meat. Right? It is so good. If you've been to Cuba and you've done the trip, you know what I'm talking about. It's not it's not a Havana, it's not a Monte Cristo, it's not a Romeo, it's not a Cohiba. It's just some old man on the side of the road with his little stand, and he's got his shit, and he's got it all laid out, and he's rolling cigars, hand rolled. Oh man, you know what I'm talking about. And they are so good. So good, and they're, like, fucking cheap, they're, like, fucking pennies. They're literally pennies who cost like, nothing. Meat sweats. How many kangaroos could you fight? I don't know, line them up, let's try it out. I'll think about subbing, just wanna see if this Gramps is all about. You know what, man? I don't ask you for a sub, right? It's all I got. I won't ask you for a sub. I don't ask anybody to sub to my channel. I truly don't. Um, if you're gonna stick around for a few minutes and you got something to say in the chat, please say it, knock yourself out. Respect everybody here. Um, if you don't want to sub, that's cool, but throw a like up or throw a thumbs down up at least, but throw something up there. Let us know you were here. I used to like the blues, but I never took time to appreciate it. You see, and that took me years, John. It took years for me to do that. To actually truly appreciate the music and where it came from, and to go back and listen to the stories of how the songs were written and the people that wrote them, and the collaborations and shit like that. Love it. Love the blues. Mason Brown, can you say my name in the chat? There you go, Mason. Mason Brown is my nephew's name. That's my name, my nephew's name, Mason. My last name is Brown, so his last name is Brown. Mine, I don't spell mine with the E. Mm. Uncle V and 24 are probably gonna hook up later for a beer. If you know East Coasters, you don't have to work. You don't have to work very hard to get them together for a beer. All 24 has to do is say to Uncle V, "Hey, what's going on, eh?" Uncle V's gonna go, "All right, I just finished my coffee, eh?" And 24 is gonna go, "I just cracked a beer, eh?" And Uncle V is gonna be, "I'm on my way, eh?" And that's it. That's it. Do you play saxophone or have I played a saxophone? Cat food? No, I do not play I don't play any instruments. I am not talented in that way. I play I'm not even gonna say I play it. I play along with it. I play a blues harp, like a harmonica. I got a couple of them I've been gifted over the years, and I like to play a harmonica, but I don't know if you want to technically say I play it. I enjoy, fiddling around with it. When there's music playing, I'll play along to different types of songs or shit like that. But I cannot really play thongs. I can't play thongs. I play with the thong, but I don't play them. Country predates blues. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Who's the king of country music, right? Literally, like, let's be honest, who's the king of country music? It's Hank Williams. I think Hank Williams. Now, if you take blues and you go back to, like, the Delta and you go all the way down south and you get right into it, um, I think blues predates fucking country music. Right? I think it goes blues, then country, then rockabilly, then rock and roll. Like follow the performers, right? Follow the performers. Like you look at guys like Sonny Boy and T-Bone and all of them, and then Hank Williams Sr. comes out, and so then you got the blues, then you got country, and then you got like all the guys that did the rockabilly like in the beginning. What do you think Elvis was? Elvis was rockabilly. Jerry Lee Lewis, rockabilly. Fucking all those guys came along, and then you've got then you've got the influx of rock and roll from around the world. Then you got the British invasion. Then you got I don't know. I don't know if country predates blues. Been rocking Bill Withers this morning. Nothing wrong with that. Keep rocking that. Blues are amazing. I agree from Kenya. Hi, I'm watching. Chocolate Vasil. Nice. Yeah, I love the blues. Love the blues. Look, all I got. Do you have a sugar mama? Do I have a sugar mama? No, I don't have a sugar mama. Um, I got a real good girl though, but she's no sugar mama. I dip my cigars in PCP too. Oh, yeah, you're off to a good trip if you're doing that. Saphir, blues and jazz is what created it all. That's the other thing. Yeah, jazz and blues kind of branch off of each other, right? Mm. The Mormons ruined jazz for you. I feel bad for you. I breathe in air. Well, right now the air is interfering with my cigar levels right now. Mm. What the car I'm in, I don't know, what is there's a Kia Soul. It's my girlfriend's car. Nice little car. Like for a little compact car, nice little car, man. Ain't nothing wrong with these things. Little six-speed manual transmission in this thing. Not bad, man. Nice little car. Bjorn, good to see you, man. Bacon Noob, I'm 12. Bacon Noob, you probably don't want to be here, man. There's going to be possibly be some bad language. And there's a guy there named Greg Atchison. He is bad fucking news. And you don't want to be around him. I'm telling you right now. He is bad news. Good morning, Greg. How are you, man? Damn good to see you. You missed the sunrise, Greg. Sun's already up. She's already up about a quarter way up into the sky here. So you missed the sunrise this morning, but that's all right. We'll give you a free pass. You're here now. Say good morning to your beautiful lady for me. What is a good beginner cigar? Enjoy my bourbon. Oh man, after my own heart. Although Man on the Moon, I don't drink, right? I'm a recovered drug addict and a recovered alcoholic, so I don't drink or do drugs at all. But when I did, I was a bourbon drinker, whiskey and bourbon, but mostly bourbon. And I was such a low bottom junkie that I didn't even drink good bourbon, right? I drank Jim Beam. Yeah, give me a fucking 40-ounce bottle of Jim Beam and get out of my way. And anyway, but bourbon and cigars go very, very well together. They do. So a beginner cigar, it all depends on your palate, right? I can suggest probably 2 or 3 cigars that you might enjoy, but cigars are like wine, right? You go wine tasting, so to find out what your palate likes and what kind of wine you like. Cigars are exactly the same thing. I suggest you go into a cigar shop, a real one, not your fucking 7-Eleven. You're not buying White Owls here, and buy 3 or 4. Talk to the guy or talk to the girl who works there. Buy 3 or 4, like, if you like harsh flavors, if you like nice creamy flavors, if you like, because they all come in different flavors. Um, bourbon with bourbon, I would easily smoke a Cohiba or a Monte Cristo. Go with Cuban. If you're drinking bourbon, go with Cuban. Now, the problem with Cuban cigars is you're gonna pay a little more for them. I don't know, I do know why. It's because Cubans have always had they're the best, they are the best. They're not the best anymore. Cubans do not make the best cigars anymore, man on the moon, just so you know that. Don't let anybody fucking tell you that. The Hondurans and Nicaraguans are now making cigars that are easily on par, if not even a little better than the Cubans. So, um, but if you're gonna go at a beginner, go to Monte Cristo number 2. There you go. That's the one I would go with because it's not a harsh cigar. It's a real smooth cigar all the way through. It's a little pricey, depending on where you live. It's a little pricey, but if you're gonna go with the bourbon and this, go with the Monte Cristo. Yeah, Bjorn, you missed the sunrise this morning. Where are you, man? Where you been? Mm. How old am I? I'm 55, man. That's thoughts on fat people. Love them. Love them. Love chubby. Love fat people. Cigars and pipe tobacco smell so damn good. Well, I smoke pipes too. I have a pipe at home. I do smoke pipe tobacco, and pipe tobacco is something that's only come to me over the last couple of years. It's only been something that I've started over the last couple of years. Um, I was sitting around one time. I told the story yesterday. I was sitting around one time with a group of people, and we were sitting around a fire or whatnot. And I had a stogie burning, and the guy beside me had a pipe burning. And he had a real nice, like a maple oaky fucking tobacco burning in there. And my God, my cigar was good, but my mouth was watering from that pipe. And so I made a comment to a couple of my kids. Maybe I'd like to try a pipe, and they did. They went out and they put their money together and they got me a real nice pipe and some tobacco. So I do smoke pipe tobacco as well. And I love it. What the you can say it. Lucas, you can say it. What the fuck is this stream supposed to be about? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The channel started 3 or 4 years ago, and it was primarily trucking. And if you look at the logo, it's Wheelburner Express. But from there, it kind of just branched out. Like when I do videos, and I don't do a lot of videos anymore, but when I was doing videos, I was doing blogs about, trucking and going here and doing that and this and that. And you know what? It just got oversaturated. The market is so oversaturated. It really is. So I kind of got away from that and just went to lives, doing lives. And this is what I like to do. And, there's not we can sit and talk trucking all day long, and you guys will be bored out of your fucking minds, and there might be 5 people in here, but we can talk about anything else. What do you wanna talk about? You wanna talk about cigars? Fine. You wanna talk about AC/DC? Fine. You wanna talk about the car I'm driving? Fine. We can talk about anything, the sunset, the sunrise, the geese, the dogs, the cats, whatever you wanna talk about, man. I find that if you expand on your channel and you're willing to open up and talk about anything, you get a better mix of people in here. Like we've got people from all over the goddamn world in here right now. What would you do if you woke up and Jesus was nibbing my sausage? Well, probably punch him between the eyes. All cigars are good in Cuba. Something about the soil and environment. It is the soil, it's the environment, but remember, it's all Uncle B, remember the Cubans, I think, have been doing it the longest, right? So they've got their rap. like the wrap that goes around. They've got their all of them. Like the Monte Cristo has their wrap. It's theirs. You can get a Monte Cristo, and you can get it a Monte Cristo number two, and you can get it out of the Dominican. They're licensed. The Dominicans are licensed to make it, but it's not the same cigar. Same filler, same tobacco, right? Same inside, but not the same wrap, and it makes a difference on the taste. The Cubans do make really good cigars. I'm not saying they don't, man. They do. They really do. But I can pay, say, for example, for a Monte Cristo number two, for me, it costs about, if I was to go pay retail, it'd be about 52 bucks. I pay about 37, $38 for those. Or I can buy an Alec Bradley or a Rocky Patel, which are just as good. Those cigars, any of those blends are just as good as a fucking Monte Cristo. And I'll pay, like this one here, retail will be about 18 bucks. I pay probably about $13 for it. So $13 compared to 52 or say 37 bucks. No brainer. I'm in Kentucky and nothing better than the smell of tobacco barns rolling. You can smell that for a country mile. See how I work that in there? See how I work that in there, man on the moon? You can smell that for a country mile. Country mile, not bad, eh? Fuck, man, I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Oh, Pixie Tree liked. I appreciate the like. Thank you. It is Friday, Jeff. You are damn right. It is Friday. A lot of people are going. Thank God it's Friday. Myself personally, I really don't give a rat's ass if it's if it's Friday or not. Um, but yeah. Good morning, Kamal. How do you feel about trans people? What about them? What is there to feel about? What about them? They got a right to live. They got a right to do whatever they want. They want to be trans. I don't have a feeling either way. I have there's we in my family we have a trans, and it is she is easily accepted. She is loved. She is accepted, and she is part of our family. And she's treated no differently than any other member of our family. So, how do I feel about trans? I feel just fine about it. I'm quite content to have a daughter-in-law, a trans daughter-in-law. My father-in-law got me to appreciate the blues. Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson, they give credit, and I will agree with that. They give Robert Johnson as he is the grandfather or the father of the blues. Um, I agree with that. His career was cut short. I think his musical career was cut short. His life was cut short. I think he was what, 27 or something when he died. Right? That he wasn't that old. He only put out 29 songs, but they're all legendary. Mm. Lucas, good to see you. What up, little bro? How's your day, little bro? Where's your nephew at? Oh, my nephew. I don't. My nephew lives in. Nephew lives in Calgary. My brother smokes cigars, and there are times he needs to get cigar smell out. And there a product? No, there is a product called Odoban. Get the eucalyptus smell. I don't want to get the smell out. I love the smell of cigars. What, 2-4 is about 4 hours from you? That shouldn't stop you. You telling me that a cold beer is a 4-hour drive is not worth a cold beer? You're not a true Canadian, and you're not a true East Coaster. I've just laid that down. Pick up the gauntlet and go with it, there, Uncle V. You get over there and you get over to Two Forks and get your goddamn beer. 10 deuce, free health insurance, AAA. Sure, you give me free health insurance. The cigar is going to burn my fingers. Nah, it's not as far down as you think. Mm. It's all I got. Do I smoke in the house? I do not smoke in the house. I do not smoke in the house. Smoke in the car is one thing, but smoking in the house is a no-no. No. Um, one thing I do one thing I do miss though is where I live now, I don't have a garage, right? I've always every house I've ever owned, I've always had like a garage, and you could go out and smoke in the garage in the winter or in the rain or whatever. And right now I don't have a garage, and let me tell you, man, fuck, man, it's like, oh. So now I'm looking at okay, in the backyard, I'm gonna have to probably put like a what do you call those? Like the canopy covers. You can buy the automated ones that actually you push the button and they come off the side of the house and they come an awning, an awning. Sorry, I couldn't figure it out. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to get an awning so I can sit out back and smoke. Have you ever shot a gun? Uh Josiah, no, I haven't. I've never shot a gun. I'm live on YouTube right now. So no, I've never shot a gun. Of course I've shot a gun, man. Who lives in Canada out in the country and never shot a gun? Morgan Wallen, Willie Nelson, Bob Wills, dude. Bob Wills is still the king. Love Bob Wills. Uh George Strait came along. Yeah, George Strait came along. What's going on, Cohen? Yeah, but it's all about black people. They started in Louisiana before all these white people you're talking about. You're talking about. Well, it could have just as well been a white person. It just happened to be colored people. Yeah, it just happened to be black people. They're actually the people that started the blues and jazz. For the most part, Saphir is correct. Mm. They don't make manuals in America anymore. You got to order them from Mexico. I think they're getting away from the way of the manual for everything. It didn't matter what. I guarantee you, in the next 10 years, you won't even be able to. Your motorcycles are all going to be auto. Uncle V is going to take off. Take care. Got to go. Smoke him if you got him. Attaboy. Thanks for coming out. Come on, Greg. You let us all down. Yeah, Greg did, didn't he? Am I that far behind in comments? Here we are. Hold on. I'm just gonna quickly move along here. What's your favorite song? The Jack by AC/DC. The Jack. Mm, I think the coffee through that coffee through you got to switch out to some blues mountain coffee, bro. Um, I am not a coffee an aficionado. Hey, Chrissy. Good morning. How are you? I'm not, really, I'm not. I like coffee, I enjoy coffee. I've just recently manual trans is standard with Jeeps. Is it still with the Jeep, like the Wranglers and the Renegades and shit like that? I didn't know that, man. Um, I recently and it was my girlfriend that took me, that we went to a coffee shop, and, I mean, not even a coffee shop, it's not a fucking shop, it's like a five-star fine dining. But they actually you go and you have a consultation with the owner, okay? And this guy's from Paris, from France, and the whole deal takes about 2 hours, right? So you go in and you sit down with him, and he breaks out all of the different beans from all over the world, and we're talking beans that are a couple $100 a pound to down to beans that are like $6 a pound, right? And all the different types of what they do, the flavors, the aromas, and what you get from them on the blends and blah blah. It's a whole rigmarole. It really is. I got quite the education, let me tell you. And then he asks you, like, what do you like? What are your favorite flavors when you smoke cigars, when you eat, when you drink, and then he will actually, you don't get to order your coffee. You then go sit down at a table. So then my girl and I go sit down at the table and we relax and we're sitting there chilling. And then he will blend you a coffee. You don't get a say in it. He takes everything that he learned about you and he blends you a coffee based on what you've told him, and then he gives you the coffee. And then he will actually take a dessert. They have a pastry chef there that, and they only make so many desserts, right? So I think they'll only make so many. When they're gone, they're gone. That's how exclusive this place is. And then they will actually match the dessert to the coffee, and you don't have a say in it. He just comes to the table and gives you your coffee, and he gives you your dessert. And let me tell you, it was so good. It was so good. And I got quite the education. I really did get a really good education on coffee, desserts, the way shit works like that. Excellent, excellent. Mm. And Toyota periodically still makes manuals. I think with Toyotas and Hondas, you can still order them, but you have to order them. If you don't order, like if you don't order your Civic or your whatever Toyota, if you don't order it with a manual, it's going to come. I'd rather an automatic transmission. Makes life so much easier. Screw manuals, long live the automatic, best invention ever. Peter, I gotta agree with you. Okay, I drive truck, right? And I've driven 18 speed. Every truck I've ever owned has been an 18 speed manual transmission, right? 18 speed is the way I've always. I think the very first truck I ever owned, was a 13, but I've always had an 18. Um, and then the truck I own right now is a 2020, and it's the very first truck I've had. It's automated, right? Automated transmission. And I shit you not, Peter, I will never buy another manual transmission in my life. And I was that guy, I was that old timer that was dragged kicking and screaming into the future of automated transmissions, right? Never. I'm like, I'm never driving auto. I'm gonna drive them 18 speed to the day I die. And then something came about and I had the opportunity to take this truck and da 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 and do a test run with it. And let me tell you, when you're sitting in Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, or downtown Chicago, or downtown Toronto, and you're in rush hour traffic and you don't have to go for the clutch, and all you got to do is sit there with your cigar and your hand over the wheel like this and drive the truck. You don't give a damn. I love automatic. I love automated transmissions. Yeah, I will never, ever, ever own another manual transmission in a truck, ever. Mm. Are we back? Whoa, what up, Studley? I don't know. Are we back? I know we crashed for a minute. We crashed for a minute. We had an overheating problem. We back. All right, Bjorn. Thanks. We're back. Yeah, the phone overheated. I was sitting directing in the sun. The sun was coming in front of the car, in front of the windshield. I apologize. I know what a Mickey Mouse operation we got going here, eh? Such an amateur hour. Amateur hour. Dewana, good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. How's my boy over there? Is he doing all right today? So anyway, what was I talking about? I was talking. Somebody was calling me a bullshitter. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Skynet Cybernet says, "Hi, good to see you, man. How the hell you doing today? Thanks for coming back, man. We've seen you for a couple days now." Uh, Trans kids rule. My toddler came out as trans. Can you give me advice, please? Your toddler came out as trans? I'm gonna find that hard to believe with. Are you an AC/DC fan? Nice hoodie. Well, here, let's check this one out. Hold on, right? Do I like AC/DC? There we go. No, I don't like AC/DC. Not much. They're okay, I guess. They're not a bad band. Hold on. Oh, something's gonna pop. Here we go. Do I like AC/DC? Yeah, they're all right. Okay. Here we go. So yes, do we like AC/DC? Yes. It is one of my favorite bands for rock and roll. Had a shirt that said ADHD. Yeah, I've seen that one. Big Balls. Good song. AC/DC is boomer garbage. Oh, Georgina. Come on. First of all, I'm not a boomer. My parents were boomers. I'm only 55, right? I'm Gen Z. Sorry, I am not a boomer. Now, I think the boys of AC/DC are boomers, but I'm not. I see the AC/DC undies. What makes you think I'm wearing undies? Hey, my woman doesn't let me go out the door with undies anymore. I have to go pantyless, boys and girls. Sorry. What did I say? Gen Z? Sorry, I said Gen X. I don't even know what I am. 55, you look 60 or 59. So, Bo, I don't care what I look like. You know what? Who cares? Free baller, at a boy. That's the only way to do it. The problem is when you go free balling at my age, you got to watch when you sit down because the balling is hanging a little low, and if you know what I'm talking about, and right, and then you sit down, and next thing you know, you've crunched your nuts. I look somehow young and old at the same time. Love the swagger, man. Thank you, thank you. I I think that's the nicest thing somebody said to me all day. So far, I've been called a bullshitter. I've been called a whole bunch of shit today, but that's the nicest thing somebody said to me all day. Thank you. Are you Canadian? Are you Canadian? I like your accent, Georgina. Yes, I am Canadian. I'm out in Alberta right now, out in Western Canada. My congestive heart failure is reappearing. I think, for fuck's sakes, ain't left felt like this since 2019. Well, Pat, what are you doing sitting here fucking talking to me? Typical fucking East Coaster. He's sitting there, he'll he's having congenitive heart failure, but yet he'll light a joint and drink a beer and talk to me on YouTube instead of going to the doctor. You gotta love the East Coasters for their die-hard way of life, eh? Sorry about that. Need to make a t-shirt. There's a couple of ways. Like on my channel, we sell shirts. Now I don't advise that you buy them. Okay, you can just get the wheel burner logo and whatnot, but I don't advise you buy them. Okay, and very rarely will you hear a YouTuber say that, but I'll tell you that you can buy the hoodies, you can buy the t-shirts, and all that kind of shit. They are overpriced. Yes, they're good shirts and they're made well and they're gilded and da 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 da, but they're fucking overpriced. And I'll be honest with you, I make about $8 on one. Then they're like fucking, I think they're about $40 for a t-shirt. And I make $8 on it. So it's just not fucking worth it. Um, I am eventually going to be doing my own shirt line, right? And I'm going to be taking that store right off my channel, um, because it doesn't do anything and it's a ripoff. And I wouldn't ask any of you to pay for it. Most of the time when I do contests and stuff and give shit away, I order it off my own channel and mail it to you, right? So that's how I do it. I just pay for it. It's easier to do it that way. But I am going to be doing some shirts. Ideas like that. That's a really good idea, advocate. You know, with semi truck blowing out smoke from a cigar, negative outline on the black hoodie. Yeah, absolutely. Good idea. I've got 100 ideas. It's just a matter of time and putting the ideas into play and then making it work. That's all it is. Name a car for an edit. Ice Storm 55. Get your Google ready. Ice Storm, I want you to fucking get your Google ready. My car for an edit is a 1963 split window Corvette. Go Google that. You find me a sexier car on the fucking planet, and I'll argue with you. Do you watch the Kino Casino? I do not. Satisfied Forever. Hello. Hello. Ride On is kick ass. ACD Ride On is a great tune. Gonna ride on. I love it. Um, AC/DC from beginning to end. I don't think they've actually made a bad album. There's been a couple albums that were mediocre, but if you're like a truly a real good AC/DC fan, Greg, I can find a good song on just about every single album they've ever done. You know, and not just their big ones, right? Not just like the Black album and or Back in Black, and not just Razor's Edge and shit like that, but just about every album AC/DC's done is. Do I own a gun? JX, at the current moment, no, no, I do not own a firearm or a weapon of any sort at the current moment. That doesn't mean that you're gonna break into my house and you're not gonna walk out, undamaged, because you will, but you won't be walking out with bullet holes. Every time you hit that cigar, you gotta say, "Pause." Alright, pause. Mm. Oh my god, Santa? Really? There we go. Well, the only way that gentleman is going to get better is if he changes radically his diet and his improvements. Well, you know what? 2-4 is 2-4, and there's no changing 2-4. He's a damn good man. I know him personally. Talk to him on the phone. He's he's a huge supporter of my channel. He's been here for a while. Um, so and I know for a fact that he's as stubborn as a fucking mule. He's as stubborn as a fucking mule. Stibby 27, best wishes from Denmark. Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging in. Arslan, howdy, partner. Woo. We're into the howdies. No way. Oh my God, no way, Santa Claus. I love you. Hit the like button. Yeah, do me a favor. Hit that like button. We're at 90. Let's see if we can at least break 100. I'm Mr. Ducky. There you go. Anything else, Mopar? Oh, dude. Marty, I think you already know, Marty, that fuck I'm a Mopar dude, right? Come on. I like the '60s Chevs, like the '60s, '70s Chevelle, Camaros, Chevelles, and shit like that. The Ford, the Mustangs, and the Fords, and everything in the '60s and early '70s. And for the Mustangs, I actually like the mid '80s, like the '85 to '89s for the Mustangs, the Fox bodies, and maybe even the Camaros, I guess. But for all intents purposes, man, I'm a Mopar dude. I like the Dodges, man. And right now is a real bad time for Dodge. They really are. They're at the bottom of the barrel for Dodge for manufacturing and for quality. 1987 Grand National, not sexy, but one hell of a beast. Well, that was the best year, right? That was the best year. 86, 87, 88. Um, the Grand Nationals, 3.8 liter supercharged V6. Turning out 300 and I think it was what was it, 305 or 306 something fucking horsepower. We were talking about this yesterday, Advocate. We were talking about it yesterday. We used to back in the day, we used to call those the Corvette killers because for the mid '80s, those Grand Nationals, we could smoke a Corvette or the Mustang, any of the big 5 liters, right? We could absolutely smoke you with those Grand Nationals. And you know what, dude? I think you're incorrect. I think they're sexy as hell. I love the lines on those Grand Nationals. And then Chevy tried to make the what they do. They tried to make the Monte Carlo, and then the Monte same type of body style. They did the Monte Carlo, tried to do the engine the same, and they called it what they call it, the Monte Carlo SS. Didn't they badge that? I think I'm right. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think Chevy then tried to do the Monte Carlo SS and follow Pat on the Grand National, and it didn't fly. Sonny, we're having a great day today, man. Got a cigar. I'm just opening my second coffee. So I'm still one coffee behind Shannon Thomas. She's still one coffee up, probably up on me. I'm just starting my second one here. But this one's almost done. And when this one's done, we'll stroke this one. And then that'll be the live. That'll be the live. I went 5 hours yesterday. We are not doing a 5 hour live today, let me tell you. Were you at the SAR? Yeah, Greg, I was at the SARS concert. I was I was there to watch Justin Timberlaker get pelted with piss bottles. Not that it was funny. It was funny at the time, but God, you had to feel bad for that kid. Oh my God. But yeah, the best part of that whole show was the last two bands, right? Well, actually, no. The last band was the Rolling Stones, and everybody left before the Stones came on. What was it? It was, I think, the Stones that closed it, but then AC/DC was before the Stones. The Guess Who was before AC/DC. I think Justin Timberlake was in there somewhere. But yeah, it was a pretty good show. Pretty good show. Hot as fuck that day, let me tell you. Mopar for the win. Look at that. Chris B stepping up big. Throwing it out there. Love my Durango. I hate to say it though. I really do. Chris, I love, okay, like I love the Durango SRTs. Fantastic. All muscle, all balls to the wall. But the quality, the build quality on these fucking cars is so like when you drive a Japanese car, at least you get some decent build quality out of it. When you compare it to like the Dodges today, right now, oh, oh, TDR all the way, Toyota. You like that? I don't mind Toyotas. I can do a Toyota. Would you rather have a Cummins in your Freightliner? No, Marty, I would not. I would not. I've been very fortunate. Okay, I got the DD15. I got the 15 liter Detroit in mine, and it's got 600 and I think 660,000 miles on her. It's not a high. I don't have it mileaged out. It's a 2020. It's not mileaged out. It's got really low mileage. Got really low engine hours on it, and it's still doing me on general freight, on regular freight. That truck is still doing me fucking almost 8.8 to 9 miles per gallon. Um, I am a big fan and advocate of the Detroits, of the DD series engines on these Detroits. I think if I was doing into a heavy application, right? If I was going to go into like the heavy haul application, then yes, I would take the Cummins. Oh, excuse me. I would take that X15 Cummins. I would want the torque. I would want the engine, that engine for that. But for highway performance and fuel mileage, I still don't think there's anything out there that's beating the fucking Detroit. Volvo's D13, the new ones, those things are banging out almost 10 miles to the gallon, supposedly. I don't know. I've never driven one. I don't have one, but I don't know. But I like the Detroits. I really do. I'm a big advocate of the Detroits. Mm. Peyton says hi. How you doing? Ava says hi. Is that Zaza? No, it's just an Alec Bradley. Welcome in everybody. Bjorn was fun. Hanish, how you doing? I'm doing all right. Bjorn is what the hell's 88? Ooh. Free 245 horses. What was that for the Grand National? Smoke out much? I love smoking cigars. Come on. I'm not far behind in the comments here. Hold on. Let me just I couldn't find much cars that look good for that car. Which country? Shannon, are you related to Ed O'Neill? No. I find cars that look good for that car. Art smoke cigars. Well, Greg, I didn't go down with the subway. Believe it or not, I drove down. And let me tell you, that was a mistake. I should have actually what I should have done is driven into Toronto because I was living out in Waterdown. And what I should have done, Waterdown's out by Hamilton. What I should have done is driven from there down to Toronto, or driven and take. I should have just basically, or maybe driven into Burlington or Oakville and grabbed the GO train from there into down to Union, and then grab the train out from Union out to uh, Downsview. That's what I should have done. But no, I drove. Oh, I'll never do that again. Ray's Outdoors. I see you. Look up John Hay Cigars. You can order them hand rolled at his shop. Check them out. John Hayes Cigars. Hold on. Usually I have a notepad. When somebody throws something like that up, I like to write it down, but I don't. So I just screenshot it so I can go back and kick that off. The DD15 should have been offered in the W9. Well, I don't think it would have made a difference. If you're going to heavy application, go DD16, my friend. Now Detroit does make it. I know a guy that I used to, the company I was worked doing the heavy haul. I know that he's got one, um, but I don't know what. Maybe it was just his, but his was problematic. The 16 liter was problematic. Um, I think I just go. I think I would have gone with the Cummins. It's just my personal feeling on it. Um, but like I said, for regular Marty, for regular trucking, I don't think anything's beating the Detroits right now. I really don't. And I don't know, can you get a Cummins in 16 liter? I think the X15 is as big as they come, is it not? I know you can get the DD15, you can get the DD16. I know you can get, well, you can't get them anymore. The Volvo, the D16, right? The 16 liter, is it 16 or 15? I think it's 16 liter. The D16. Volvo engine. They got rid of that. I think they had way too many problems. They couldn't make it work over here. Before 2000 and 2002, we loved Guns N' Roses, AC/DC. Now we love Cardi and Travis Scott. I don't know. I don't know who either of those are. Do I work on cars, mechanic? No, I don't. I'm just but a humble truck driver. I don't work on. If I'm tinkering, like an older car, I would rather tinker with. When I tinker, I would rather work on motorcycles. Tyrannus is. That's how you enter. Come back in, all capitals. Kick the door in. Let us know you're here. Any other cars that are classic Corvette? Well, I like the 63, 65 Corvettes. I think Chevy should have been shot for what they did with the Corvette in the 80s. That was embarrassing. Absolutely fucking humiliating. The X15 is just an animal. It's a good engine. It really is. Because you can get that in what you can get it in like the economy. What do you call that? And then you can get the performance. If you've got the performance, that thing is an absolute fucking beast. Right? That thing is an absolute beast. That was what you would get for like doing heavy or oversized or any of that weird applications that you're doing like that. They're putting that's what they're putting in all the log haulers and all that kind of shit. All the guys that are pulling shit out of the bush, they're putting that big X15 with the performance series in it. That's a great engine, but you are not going to get any fuel mileage out of it. Let me tell you that. I don't know. Can you guys hear that? If I didn't know better, I think some guy just went by with like a 1985 Honda Civic with a soup can on the back of it. The Detroit is a great engine, has a little bit of a leaky problem, but other than that, it's a phenomenal engine. Keep oil and just keep chugging. You know what? Before this, I had a 97 W9 with a 60 series Detroit. And you know the jokes about the old 60 series. If it's not leaking oil, it's out of oil, right? If it's not leaking, it's out of oil. So they're supposed to leak. They're just slobber knockers. They really were those old 60 series. Problem that in my this again my opinion. Two best engines ever built, right? Two best engines of all time ever built. The 60 series Detroit, the 12.7, 14 liter, yeah, but the 12.7 60 series and the N14 red top, the Cummins N14 red top. Two best engines ever built for trucking, for the trucking application. I remember when you can get every motor in every truck. Yeah, not today, eh? I think Freightliner and Western Star or Detroit, all the pack you can get. Well, in pack cars, you can like in the Freightliners or it's not Freightliners in the Peterbilts and the Kenworths, you can get Cummins and you can get PACCAR. I don't think you can get a Detroit in any of those. Volvo, I'm not sure. I think you can still get a Cummins in a Volvo, but Volvo is really pushing their Volvo engines because they want the Volvo engine because they want it mated up with the I shift, the Volvo automated transmission. Mm. You smoke more than Nina Hartley smokes beef? I don't know, baby. 1991 was fun, so you know who Nina Hartley is, and you know what she does, and you know what she's all about. Was it? She was the porn star of her day, and before her, it was what? Nina Hartley was the new one, but she took over for what the fuck was her name? Not Linda Lovelace, not son of a bitch. Oh, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have an emergency. I just got a message, and I have to end this. Okay. If you want, what we'll do is we'll turn the camera around real quick and we'll go for a little drive, but then I'm going to end the live. I have an emergency that's come up and I have to actually bugger off and go take care of something. So we'll keep this live going for just a couple more minutes, but then I'm going to be out of here. I apologize. I've been enjoying the round of bullshitting we've been doing, but let's get this going here. Mm. Honda Civic has the best engine. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Toyota has the best engine. You know what? Toyota, in my opinion, Toyota and Honda probably have the most bulletproof engines. Okay, they really do. Um, in the late '90s, early 2000s, Honda's engines, the goddamn wheels will fall off the car before the engine gives out. That's how good the and even today. I'm going to be honest with you. I've owned four Hondas, all from brand new, like brand new. I've had two, actually two new Civics. I've had a Honda Odyssey, like the van when it first came out. I had that because we had, a mitt full of kids. I had a brand new Honda Odyssey. I had a brand new Honda Pilot 2015. Loved that. It was a pig on gas, but it was a great SUV. And what else have I had? I've had two Civics, the Odyssey, and the Pilot. So I've had four. Sorry, I've had four. Never had an issue with any of them. Be honest with you, never had an issue with a single one of those fucking Hondas. They drove like champs. They drove forever. Got great fuel mileage, with the exception of the Pilot. That thing had the 3.5 liter V6, but it was all wheel drive. Hey, Bob, firefighter Bob, I haven't seen you in a while. How much is gas up there? Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. I think we're at about a buck 20, $1.20 a liter. So that probably converts to somewhere around I don't know, 4.90 a gallon, something like that. Diesel's $1.50, a dollar, no, $1.40, $1.50, something like that. Around 4.30 US a gallon, Curtis. Yeah, yeah, it's $1.19.9 at Shell right here. $1.19, which is really good right now. We've been paying ridiculous for that, for fuel, for gas and diesel out here. We've been paying a see SO's $1.22. Still, that's a good price. And in this car here, like this thing only got a 40-liter tank, right? So it costs 55 bucks to fill the fucking thing, and it'll go 750 clicks, 750 kilometers on a tank of gas. So, all right, my fine feathered fuckers. We're gonna cut this short. We're at just over 2 hours. And I apologize, but you know what? Something else has come up and it's taking precedence over what we're doing here, and I have to take care of it. But I will see you all tomorrow morning. Now, be there on time, Tyrannus. Be there on time. All right? Later.